and say, yes, I've seen this. So I'd like to start, so I'll go right to the main key areas, what I'm finding with migraine patients. The number one thing, if you or your loved one or your patient has migraine, what you should suspect is that they have a condition called hyperphoria. Hyperphoria is a condition where the eyes, our brain, because our eyes are split, each eye sends a different message, just a slightly different image, but very similar together. They try to come together, and when they try to come together, if it's split a little bit vertically apart, we call it hyperphoria. If it's horizontally apart, we call it horizontal phoria. It could be exo if it goes out, eso if it goes in. And from all my patients, 18 years of practice, I've noticed what's consistent with all of them. Number one thing is all migraine patients have asthenopia. Asthenopia is another way of saying eye strain, very common across all neurologic symptoms. Number two is hyperphoria plus convergence insufficiency. Convergence insufficiency is also very important, but it's second as the leading cause of migraine and seizures. I will link seizures with migraine later, but so over 80% has hyperphoria. The next most common is hyperphoria plus convergence. What's so special? It's very difficult for me as a private optometrist to do research. But what's special about my patients with hyperphoria, they all have one thing in common. That's where I don't have to rely on other people to prove it. And what's common, right? A proof is what's predictable. The common thing is they all have 1.5 vertical prism diopters hyperphoria. That seems to be the threshold where the symptoms start. And I'm going to demonstrate with 3 cases later that supports my finding. Okay, just to give you a summary, a little idea of hyperphoria. By the way, so this will help you with your next optometric exams. You'll be able to tell your optometrist, say, hey, can you check whether or not I have any hyperphoria? Because the norm is 0. That's the one condition where the brain has a very, very difficult time fusing vertically.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, that's all.
I'm just wondering, not everybody here go ahead or not? Because with noise outside, I was wondering if we need a microphone, and you can put the microphone in 1 second.
Yes.
It's needed, so we do it. Just one break.
Oh yeah.
30 seconds with the microphone.